Hi, it's Melinda from Hope When There Was None. I hope you're having a most marvelous day and a great upcoming week. I wanted to share just a little bit of information, and I do have a cheat sheet, so I'm going to try not to go over too long. I want to talk to you, discuss with you today why you should blog. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and ask, how did you get started doing that? Well, I started way back on MySpace. I know, right? But from there, I kind of gravitated over to a different spot, and it just kind of happened. I'm not sure how I got there, but anyway, why should you blog? I talked to you not too long ago about why you should write your book, but why should you write your blog? Why? It's also the same premise. You want to get your story out there. Now, whether it be you love French cooking or you like to maybe create something marvelous and you want to share pictures and your story about how you got started, perhaps you are trying to raise awareness for whatever cause, maybe domestic violence or maybe Lyme disease, cancer. It can go on and on. But this encourages a community. When you start sharing, you'll get people you wouldn't even fathom just by writing out a few words. It's phenomenal. It really is the feedback that you'll get from people. This can also allow you, maybe you just love to write. You can just write then, maybe poetry, songs. Maybe you want to talk about your homesteading adventures, or there's just so many different types of blogs that are out there. People that do crocheting and different artists and musicians. It's really pretty cool. And a lot of people might be in your own community. I've found quite a few bloggers that are like within miles of me. And that's kind of cool. It's really cool. Find some of them that seem like a little celebrity, and I've got a little bit of I don't want to call crushing it, but a little bit of I guess a little bit of a crush on some of them just because they have beautiful gardens or they're beekeepers and their beehives are awesome and they're alive and their farms are beautiful. Anyway, so you can also make money from blogging. There's quite a few people that have done this successfully. I'm not doing it for that, and if I could, and there's a lot to it that I just haven't really dove into to figure out how to make money from doing so, but it can be done. I know I tried to be an Amazon affiliate there for a while, but just didn't quite work out for me, so that's okay. And maybe just find something that is customized to your needs that you need to look into in order to do so. Also, this can help grow your existing business. Maybe you are that crafter and you have vinyl. My sister does a marvelous, she's at Crafty Cow Creations. She does marvelous things with t-shirts and cups, and she just did recently somebody's window for their business, for their karate school. Perhaps you teach. I know somebody else that does blogging because they're a musician and they'd share that information. So maybe you just want to grow your business and your audience by sharing to people besides, somebody that you meet in the supermarket. Here's my business card. You want to get out there and share with other people that you might not regularly bump into. So it's a great way to do that. And also, when you're doing so, when you're blogging, you might actually generate interest not only in individuals, but companies that might share those interests as well. You never know. You might get somebody from a big company reach out to you and say, hey, would you try my product? I see that you do crafting. Maybe you would like to try our glue gun, or perhaps you write music. Maybe you would like to do our earbuds or earphones. I think you get the picture. You know what I mean? So again, you want to blog about something you love, and then you want to find where you want to blog on. Again, there's Wix, there's Weebly, there's WordPress.org, there's WordPress.com. That's a free one from what I understand. And also there's, again, many more out there. So when you do, I don't pay for mine. This can limit you if you do a free blog, okay? It's not going to hurt you. It's just you're not paying for the bells and whistles. You might not get the cool features that you would if you were to pay for your blog. Also, if you pay for your blog, there's more of a chance that you can take your blog to a different, they call them hosts. You can go to it and make your own website. So it would be like melindakutz.com instead of, right now I'm www.hopewhentherewasnone.blogger.com. I have to think about it. Sorry, but I could actually, if I signed up for a different group, I could actually take my name, with me, but I'm not doing that right now. They cost anywhere from, and someone can give me a shout out if I'm in error, maybe $5 to $10 if you want to do a WordPress.org, and I'm not sure the other prices of other places. And again, this is just a guess. I believe that's what they're paying, and that's a monthly charge. But if you're doing this for money, and you're making money from your blog, it's going to kind of wash out if you're making it, if you're doing really good. And people can make hundreds of dollars, if not more, doing blogging. Also, you can pick your own domain name if you pay for your own blog. You can design, well, you can do that with Blogger too. You can design your blog too. They give you free templates and whatnot and how you want to use it and different pieces of content you want to use. You can move it around. It's kind of neat. But again, you're limited a little bit with Blogger. You might not have the same support as you would if you were to pay for your blog instead. So that's something you have to think about. And then also, if you go and pay for your blog and you get your own name and you're allowed to pick out your own domain name, you're going to need a host. And I believe some people use Bluehost. So I'm saying I believe a lot because I don't really look into it because, again, I'm pretty happy with Blogger for what I'm doing right now. But you want to do Bluehost. Bluehost, they do have plans anywhere from, I think, like $3 to $4 and up from there. But you pick it out. Again, it's a monthly charge. So once you're getting all these charges and so on, how do you start making money from this? Or how do you start getting your name out there? You can do referrals. Hey, if you read this blog post, you can buy here. I'll be at the show, and you see me at this art fair or something like that, to just start generating your name and share on your social media. By all means, get on social media, even if you're doing books. Social media, that rocks. That gets your word out that you have this awesome blog or your book. They'll get out there on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, of course, and anywhere else that you can. Perhaps you're on it. You are sharing awareness, maybe for child loss, infant baby loss, or maybe for Australian shepherds, whatever it is. Get out there on some of those blog boards that you might have, or chat groups, or other internet sites that are with what you're blogging about, and generate comments. So when you comment on someone's post, put your tag on there. Let's say I usually do this. If I'm commenting on someone, they do have an option on some blogs to put your website, and that's what I do. I put my website on there, or I might put it on my, I might make a signature for my name and just incorporate that into my post as well, in order to generate just some traffic to my own. And also, you can leave your link, again, wherever you can, leave your link. Maybe it's just on an email post as well. You want to attend conferences. There are a lot of free events that are online that you can join to, just to get the techniques down, to find out what new things are out there for technology, perhaps for blogging. Again, you can learn a lot of great tips and techniques from people. Oh my gosh, there's just so many phenomenal bloggers out there that you can gain a lot of interest for. So whatever you're interested in, look and see if they have a special conference just for that. Otherwise, they do have specialized conferences for just the big name blog companies and so on. Also, maybe consider getting yourself some merchandise. Cafe Press has I've heard great things about that. I have my sister Amanda Carvelli that can create marvelous things. You can find her on Facebook. And also, let's see, what else do you want to do? You can also take advantage of Periscope. You can do podcasts, YouTube, just in order to get your word out, to generate interest. Those are great ways to do so as well, to get your name out there. And consider doing a guest post. Maybe you have you're really starting just to pick up speed and so on and so on. Connect with other people that share your interests and ask, hey, can I do a guest post? Or you might do some sort of video or some kind of blog that gets you a guest post. So, you might have to shake off a little bit of your skin there if you're a little bit nervous or apprehensive about doing this. Again, that's why I'm starting to do this, the YouTubes and doing speaking engagements and whatnot. It's to kind of break out of my shell. I always considered myself an extrovert until I started doing this. And that radio, what I did with Bill and Callie, that kind of shook me up there, because my knees were knocking, guys. I mean, I was really nervous about doing that. And even when I did my first video here. But I'm going to let you go because I'm going over way more than I wanted to. I love you, and I hope this inspires you to get your blog out there. Bye.